In order for an image to be symmetrical, it has to have at least one line of symmetry. When we fold an image in half and both sides match exactly, that's a line of symmetry. For today's lesson, we're going to look at squares of a quilt. All the squares, if they had no pattern on them, would have 4 lines of symmetry. That means if you folded the square in half along any of these lines, they would match up exactly with the other side. But for today's lesson, you're not going to just be looking for lines of symmetry in a square. You're also looking to see if the pattern in the square is symmetrical. So let's look at the second square here. Notice how this line is a line of symmetry because this side of the square and this pattern in the side of the square, if folded, would match up exactly. Let's look at the pattern in this square. If you folded the square along this line, this side of the square, the pattern, would fit exactly into this pattern on this side of the square. This is no longer a line of symmetry because look at this pattern. Now look at this pattern. If you folded along this line, they would not match exactly. This final square has no lines of symmetry. So look at it carefully. If I fold it along this line, if I look at this side of the square, and I look at this side of the square, the patterns would not match. So today, while you're looking at these squares, you're looking at the pattern. You're noticing when I create a line of symmetry, will the pattern on this side of the square match exactly with the pattern on this side of the square? If so, your square will be symmetrical. If not, if the patterns don't match, then it will not be a line of symmetry.